All right, here at Bewitched of Scituate today, and here with my buddy LJ. We're just cuddling because he missed me. And so the only work we're going to get done today, it seems, is actually just talking a little bit about what's going on. And let's just start with the day-to-day stuff. Like, we've got the moon in Libra, right? So with the moon in Libra, we want to be a little careful about our knee-jerk reactions today, right? Especially in partnerships, especially with women, things like that, right? Because little things can set us off in our relationships today, and we want to keep that stuff in check. Why? Because the moon is an emotional planet. We're emotional beings. And, just like this guy, a little more emphasis is put on the one-to-one connections today. A little more on the cuddle time. There's a little bit more emphasis on that today. So we can't deny LJ his close one-on-one time, but we also can't deny ourselves that as well. So with the moon in Libra, the next couple days, or for the next day or so, it is probably best to, keep that in mind. Outside of that, we've got the sun having made its ingress into Leo, right? So it's Leo season. As a result of it being Leo season, so the focus in Leo comes much more to summer fun, playfulness, excitement, enjoying this sort of last month or this middle month of summer, depending on where you live. And so what we want to do now is we want to turn our attention to what roles we're going to play for the next coming year, right? And did we like the role we played last year? Do we like the role we're playing this year? Do we like who we become? Do we like the position that we've risen to? Are we getting recognition for that? The sun is an illuminating force. It brings into focus all of the things that we ourselves need to look at within the realm of that sign. Now, it makes it more personal if we're sitting down one-on-one and I have your chart in front of me and I can see what exact area Leo's in your chart. This is the start of another year from the sun in Leo to the sun in Leo. And are you getting what you want? Are you being applauded for the things you care about? Are you taking paths towards your heart, or have you been using your head too much? The sun in Leo is going to be an illuminating force, right? It's going to help us realize what we haven't been doing that we should be doing in relation to the role that we want to play, what we want to actualize. So while the sun was going through Aries in the spring, and Taurus, and Gemini, and now Cancer, we've had sort of an illumination of all the inner parts of ourselves. The ideas that we want to actualize, who we are as an individual, what we have, what we think, what we feel. And now is the time to go, okay, I've kind of reacquainted with myself over the last 4 months. And now it's time to figure out what I want to bring out into the world. And we can do that by relaxing, having a little bit of fun with ourselves, being a little bit more playful. But the more playful time for us is if we've been actualizing who we want to become. And if we haven't, this might be a tougher time for us. We need to take a real look at that. And so with the moon in Libra, on a day-to-day basis, the daily focus might be the relationships, but also our knee-jerk reactions within those frameworks and the things we'd like to get out of there. Paying attention to our emotions, what's being revealed about us through the relationship. Now, with the sun in Leo, it's about who are we now? What did I get out of the last year? Who did I become out of all the actions that I took? And if I'm not particularly happy with some things, let's change some things. If I'm not particularly happy with all things, let's change those things. If I am happy, how do I keep doing what I'm doing? How do I set myself up to get even more out of who I want to become by this time next year? And don't forget to have a lot of fun while you're on the way, to enjoy yourself. It is summer. And that's really the point of acting from the heart is to be actualizing the things that are important to you. And if it's important that you spend your weekends at the beach and you haven't been doing that, maybe we need to revisit that. If it's important to you that you get a lot of work done on the weekends, then maybe that's the joy that we need to search for instead of you going to the beach to appease other people. So it comes down to an individual thing. And if you'd like to take a real look at your chart, you know, where are these planets in relation to your personal houses and how can we break that down, then reach out to me, message me, we'll set that up. You can come on here to the shop or we can get on Zoom and we can handle that. All right, I'll talk to you soon.